Yo guys, what is up? Alicio here, and in today's video, I want to give you my thoughts on what could possibly be in Savage for the Pandemonium Raid tier for Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my healer perspective of the fight, and we're just going to talk about the mechanics and what I think will be in Savage, what could be changed for Savage, and all that good stuff. Just go ahead and start playing the video here, get things kicked off. Pre-pull, you'll want to Presage through your little Guardian on the tank and get some shields up. Because most likely in Savage, you're going to be kicked off with a Raid Wad. But here in Normal, he starts off with a Flail Attack. You only get two of them, and excuse the shitty tanking here, I don't know what the fuck they were doing. But a lot of his mechanics revolve around the Flail. So basically what you want to do, if he's falling on one side, you just want to get to the other, because if you're on the side of the Flail, you're not going to be able to avoid it at all. It covers that whole side of the arena as you just saw. And in Normal, he does this twice. He does it from one side, and he does it to the other. I don't see this changing for Savage at all. If anything, it may be a little bit faster than what it is on Normal. Who knows? It's kind of hard to tell. After that, you'll get a Raid Wad, which, you know, the shields kind of fell off because took too long to get to it, but in Savage that may start the fight off. Now after he does his Raid Wad, he'll do a move called Pitless Flail. What you'll want to do is it targets one member of the raid, and you'll want to use your knockback, and then there's a stack mechanic afterwards, so stack accordingly for that. Again, I don't think that will change much for Savage at all. And then we go back into the Flail move yet again. So again, just move accordingly, and again, I don't think much will change in the Savage version of this fight at all with the Flail. We move into Heavy Hand, which is a tank buster. Make sure you stay away from the tank, because he seems to do damage around the tank as well. I found out the hard way on P4, so just stay away from the tank for that. Most likely, in Savage, whenever he does the tank buster, you most likely have to do a tank swap. And the tank buster will most likely send the tank's health down to 1. It'll probably have to be involved. Who knows? We'll see. He does a Temperance, which summons out these pillars. Now, the way these pillars work is you look at your debuff, you do the opposite. So blue is ice, red is fire. If you have fire, you want ice. If you have fire, or if you have ice, you want fire. Now in Savage, I think this is going to work completely different. I think it's going. You're going to have partners on each platform or something like that. I think it's going to work entirely different than what it works in Normal, but we should see. How it works entirely different, I don't know at this stage yet. Now, whenever this explode, they do give out a little damage, so you can basically, like, if you have regions, just put your regions out, it should be fun to cover the damage. That damage may be a little bit more on Savage than it is in Normal, so keep a lookout for that. And if you are in the wrong spot, you will get an invuln stack, so hopefully we'll do a stack on these, so keep an eye out for that. You don't want to have to take too many of those. You saw the Dragoon nod. Actually on Savage you may get a damage down, who knows, we don't know yet. And then we get another Raid Wad, which you want to shield through, because on Savage it's going to hit a whole lot harder than it does in Normal. You get another tank buster, which again, you probably want to invuln on Savage, and then take swap afterwards. Then we move into one of his main mechanics, which is shutting cells, which completely transforms the floor of the arena to fire and air, I'm guessing. Now on Savage, this is where I think things will get different. I think this will also work on the buddy system, or you're going to stack on one, and whenever you stack on that one, it disappears. That's why I think there's so many of these around the arena. I think if it's not that, it's going to be like you can only have so many people to a square. Because if you look, there's plenty of spaces to have. If it's red, you can have 2 people here, 2 people there, 2 people there, 2 people there, and that covers your whole array. And again, it's the same thing if it's green, 2 people there, 2 people here, 2 people there, 2 people there, covers your whole array, be fine. So I think that's what's going to happen on Savage. Basically what he does here, he's just going to do Aether Chain, which again, get you your safe spot, which is the opposite color than what he's showing rotated around him. Not too much going on here. They'll also do a Pitless Flail here, which again will target a random rain member. That should be coming up after this one. Again, make sure you get to the right spot. If your knockback reaches down, you most likely want to be as close to the boss as possible. I mean, you could possibly cheese knockback if you have a dash back to the boss, but I would not play with fire. I would just knockback it. So here you go, Pitless Flail. Again, the person here didn't really position himself too well. I mean, he was positioned well enough to where he did get hit to the wall, and then you just have your Ring Wild stack, shield, and teleporting through that again. Those will probably hurt really hard on Savage. And again, I think with the Flail mechanic, I think it's going to go a lot faster on Savage than it does Normal. So I think that's something to look out for as well. I also think there's going to be a couple of special Savage mechanics we don't know about with these fights. But before I get to that, Slam Shot. So what you want to do here, honestly on Savage, this is probably going to have a lot of mitigation for it. You probably want to Addle, Reprisal, big shields, stuff like that. I think this is going to hit extremely hard on Savage, and if you do not mitigate it properly, you're going to wipe. So, see Slam Shut, you hit behind it up. Works really well against some shields. The nice thing about Sage is it's really good at rain mitigation with its kit, so it's not too much of an issue. Now, like I was saying, I think there's going to be quite a couple of Savage only mechanics to this fight that you don't see in Normal. Like on E5S, it had Fury 14, it had, I'm trying to think what else it had that was unique to Savage itself. I just remember Fury 14 off the top of my head right now. But yeah, on the second set of these, he flails. But you do have time. You can let the mechanic resolve first and then move over, and you should be fine. And you'll be hit with another rain rod. Yes, there's a lot of damage in this fight going on the rain. I mean, it's not too hard to heal through, at least on Normal. But on Savage, again, it's going to be a little bit hard. And then you see another warning track comes right after that. Again, as much mitigation as you get here as possible will really help your healers. Then you get your take buster, which again you want to pull down properly for that. Air takes DC, doesn't matter. It's Normal, it's not going to hit that hard anyway. Just make sure you stay away from your tank. And then we go into another set of shotting cells, which is the same as the first. I think on Savage, the second shotting cells will have something different to it, because the first Fury 14, you know, you just hit your locations like you were supposed to, and then you were fine. On the second one, you had to look for the safe spot to make sure you were fine on that. So I think the same thing will happen here, maybe something different here. And again, we don't know what it's going to be. Savage is out next week. Get the hiccups. Sorry about that. And again, there's another Pitless Flail here as well. Again, knocked back accordingly, then stack afterwards. Luckily, he's DC'd, so you don't have to worry about him getting knocked back. We just stack on him. You're going to want to make sure everyone's in that stack on Savage, because it's going to hit pretty hard. Now, I'm sure when he's going into a range on Savage, he will probably spam Warden's Wrath. I think on the third or the last or whatever, how many he spams on that last one. If it's slow cast, it's going to be in range. We don't have that here on Normal. But that's pretty much the fight. It's not too hard. I think it'll be really fun at Savage. The Flail mechanic's really fun to see, and I think there's going to be a couple of mechanics we don't know about yet that I think will be unique to this fight with Savage. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it gives you kind of an idea of what you could possibly see come next week, or Thursday actually. Only a couple of days away, so it's not too far off. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys later. Peace.